Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Seth and Beth podcast. My name is Beth.
My name is Seth.
Beth really loves for us to do that.
I just love it.
So we're doing that. We are super duper stoked today. We are here on the grounds of the wonderful Gervasi Vineyard. This is Canton or North Canton, ladies?
Canton.
This is Kendall and Stacy. They are the amazing people. The wedding. What are your exact titles, gals? Stacy, go. They looked at each other. They froze.
Honey,
I recently just accepted the job of event services manager for the private events.
And Kendall, what's your title here?
I am an event coordinator.
Beth, what were you going to tell me?
it's too late.
Must have been important. We are like I said, we are at Gervasi Vineyard. Now, Beth, this is one of the first places we called because this place is absolutely insane and incredible.
Oh my
and
gosh,
just
so good.
and just a gem in Ohio.
Yes.
And we wanted to come here to not only see you gals again, but really transfer the ideas of what this place is about from, exactly from the folks that work here to potential clients in this world, why this place is incredible. So first and foremost, gals, tell me a little bit about you, what position, not so much your title, but what position you gals have, how long have you been here, and tell me that. Stacy, go first again.
Okay. I am starting my 7th season here at Gervasi Vineyard. I started here as an intern summer of 2012, graduated in December, and stayed on to banquet serve and bartend throughout that time. The following season, when we opened up, I did banquet captain. Then a coordinating position became available, and I coordinated from that time until about a week ago. And I recently accepted the event services manager.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that job entail? Tell us.
It is more focused on the service side of events and execution, making sure the kitchen is prepared and ready and following the timeline that the coordinator has already predetermined with the guest, and just making sure the staff is providing the excellent service that we're known for.
Wow.
And Kendall, what about you? What do you do exactly here?
Well, I have kind of a parallel story. I started as a banquet server 7 years ago, and I bartended weddings and events. And then after she left the banquet captain position, I took that over. And then same thing, the following year, there was a coordinating position open. And so I, took a shot and applied for that. And
So I feel like with all of your guys' knowledge, like being here and working in so many different roles, that you guys are, how important every single aspect is, how everybody's job is so important to make sure that a wedding day goes perfectly and flawlessly.
Absolutely. And I think when coordinating, it's much easier to kind of know how it's actually going to go day of when you've been in that position and in those shoes. And, when you're in charge of serving and executing the event, whether it's a server or, a banquet captain closing the events, it just helps you really see the whole picture.
Totally.
And be able to plan ahead for things that could go wrong, because there's always going to be hiccups, but we try and just have a plan B.
Oh, I see. Even with your knowledge, you can foresee problems happening based on your experience to make sure we're not doing that again. I've seen this happen.
So I want to get into the history of this place. Obviously, it's completely insane. I think if you just drive by if you drive by here in Canton, past the road, you might not ever know it's back here. And I probably did a few times in my younger years. But before I get into that, let's just cut right to it. What would you gals say? You've been here a long time. What is the absolute best thing that clients can know about Gervasi that makes this place so awesome? Why would their wedding be so incredible here?
Go for it. Okay. Well, my favorite part is that it's a one-stop shop. From the time you arrive on property, whether you're checking into your luxury overnight accommodations or you're having a rehearsal dinner, you could have bachelorette and bachelor parties. And we have so many different venues and opportunities here, even if it's just taking your kids to play bocce ball while you're waiting for the ceremony. There is something for everyone. And you can rent our 2 bikes and go on the Stark Park trails right next to us. I mean, there is just endless possibilities. You can do free winery tours while, on your first check-in day, it's 12, 1, and 2. And then
on Saturdays.
Yeah. And then
distillery tours are on Sundays.
So you can learn if that's your thing.
I want to do all of that.
Yeah. And then we have shopping.
Amazing. Shopping.
The marketplace.
Awesome jewelry.
Yeah.
Cute.
It's like there's a whole world back here.
I
It's
know.
kind of like a Disneyland for wine folks and weddings.
It really truly is.
You turn off that road and you see the grape fields with, you know, the vineyards, which are not normal in Ohio. Beth and I always say this feels like a California venue. Like the way the buildings are set up.
Seth, I can't believe you just said that.
Tell it to me.
So our first wedding ever shot here. Like, okay, so I'm from Canton. I went to Canton Central Catholic.
Just down the road.
Like, this is where I'm from. I had no idea this place was here. So everyone kept saying, like, oh my gosh, you're going to be so excited for this Gervasi wedding. And I was like, oh yeah, all right. No, and Seth and I have had, I mean, we're blessed that we photographed some like incredible spots. So when we pulled up here, I looked at him, I was like, are we in Napa? Like, how am I in Canton, Ohio right now? Like, there were these puffy blue skies and these beautiful birds. There was like a swan walking around. And I was like, what is happening right now? It is so, in the whole day, like, I just felt like I had goosebumps. Literally, I could not think of anything bad in my life. You know, everybody has like something bad going
escape.
on. It really is. Mm-hmm. Since we pulled up here, like, all I can think about is happiness. Like, it's just like, sort of like Disney.
That's absolutely true.
It's just like Disney, you know?
Place where dreams come true.
Gervasi, adult dreams.
We make these podcasts. I typically think we make these podcasts for local clients, but I'm sure you guys get people coming from our first wedding we did. It was destination for the whole family.
They wanted to go. They wanted to have a Napa wedding.
How often
they were
do you
from
guys see
Michigan.
that? How often do you guys see that where people are coming in from all over the nation?
All of the time,
I
I
would
feel.
say more often than not, people are coming from all over because they hear about us from a friend or some sort of marketing material, and they come and they fall in love. And I feel like a lot of people, they pick their venues for their weddings based on something that makes them happy and something that they want their marriage to represent. It's just happiness. And like you said, there's swans, which Gina and Giuseppe, those are their names. And people love to get pictures over by the lake. And it's just the perfect scenery. I always say it's a hidden gem. You don't think to find something
Absolutely.
so classy in Canton, Ohio, because it's
like the feeling you get when you come here is.
What's your experience,
is
Beth?
so unique.
I mean, we've done so many over by the lake, outside, whether it's over at the patio or by the lake. And again, for our other YouTube watchers, we'll put up pictures of what Beth and I have done here. Some of our photographs have been like nationally recognized in magazines. It's so spectacular. But how does it feel in the evening by that? What do you call that little brick? It's like a brick sort of.
The arch.
The arch, of course. It's like a brick archy thing.
I just get this total feeling of romance. That's how I feel. Like, I kind of just like want to make out with you or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like everything. The villas are so cute. And when I photograph here, I just feel so happy for the families.
Absolutely.
Like, in the bride and the groom, because it really is so powerful. You get this like feeling of like you really are having like a fairy tale wedding right now.
I don't think a lot of the families are ready for this place when you pull in.
Yeah.
Because it just has this, Ohio is not have the same, California and Ohio are different with the landscape, but this place is just absolutely incredible. So gals, tell me, as planners, you've been through a zillion weddings. Like, what are the best parts about the weddings that happen here?
Well, I love to see day of, to work with these people, build relationships, get to know them and what they would want for their big day. You spend from October to, say, August with these people, 9 months, just learning all about their families and what they expect. And then day of, seeing that all come together is
I bet that's
amazing.
so exciting.
It's so rewarding.
You just get so excited for them. Like, look, this is what you wanted. Like, look, guys.
Absolutely. And I just think it's so fun. They're excited. It's the biggest day of their lives.
Right.
And we get to be a part of that.
Stacey, what about you? What do you feel during these weddings?
In addition to that, the day of is part of my favorite, when the bride walks into the pavilion for the first time that day and it's completely set up, linen, centerpieces, guest book table, all of it. And just to see her face is one of the most rewarding things that I could ever do. And it's something I never thought of before I took this position. And now being in this position, I see making people's dreams come true is something that I enjoy and something I will continue to enjoy throughout my life.
I love it. We have those lasting connections as well with our couples.
Yeah.
And so I guess it kind of sounds like us as we kind of go through their journey with them as well. You get them a few months early. You learn what's important to them. And on their wedding day, it's like, so people ask us all the time, what's it like working with your spouse? And it's like, gosh, we get to dump our kids off at grandma and grandpa's and spend a day together. And it's like this loving, amazing environment that is always incredible, and especially here.